Principal of Arden High School, Nadine Malloy, and Principal of Pembroke Hall High School, Reverend Claude Ellis, are in support of the transfer program, but are awaiting more details. The program, recently announced by Minister with Responsibility for Education, Carl Samuda, involves the temporary transfer of students from non-traditional high schools to traditional high schools, with the aim of giving some students wider exposure in order to improve their learning outcomes. It is to take effect in the new school year. Ms. Malloy states that this is not a new concept and was something that has been done informally in the past. Speaking on RJR's Beyond the Headlines, she explains that based on early feedback from the system, some amount of evaluation will be required.
But coming out of the conversation and how some of us feel, so I'm not saying what the minister has agreed to, is we are going to have to look at it as a case-by-case scenario. How do we accommodate some students from another school at Arden? Do I have the space to put them in regular classes, or will they be coming across to participate in clinic-type activities? Let's say, for example, we're very strong on the sciences and IT. Do we allow them for a unit or 2 units or a term to have access to our labs to work for us to do some SBAs together? So that's the student part of it. But I think even perhaps before we get to the student part, is for us to sit down as the administrators and the teachers to say, how do we do this?
In the meantime, the principal of Pembroke Hall High is in agreement that the proposal can work, but would be more efficient if administrators do careful planning.
I don't think there is a broad brush that you can use for every one of the twin schools or so on. Each principal or each set of principals would have to sit down and see what works for me, what works for us, right? It can work if everyone sits down and look to see how it would fit into their own context. And I believe that the nation will see schools collaborating in a way that they have not collaborated before. And we have been doing the collaboration long before this informally. And it is now just something that is being formalized, in a sense, with other schools on board.
Garth Daly, Frontline News.